me ask you something. Do you know how it feels to have your history always begin with a representation of you as a slave, a retelling of your story that somehow manages to shave off all the other pages in your book, skipping over kings and queens in your ancestry, the majesty of your beginnings, the dignity of your original existence in motherland's sun-kissed shores where, quite frankly, all other colors began, then somehow managed to land on the ugliest of chapters. As if 1619 was the year of your birth, when your history's only defined by your humiliation and not an accurate representation of all that you are, not a 360-degree view, but a subpar retelling of how you got whooped. There's a problem that exists. And it shapes not only how America treats us, how America sees us, but how we see ourselves. See, I am more than just an ancestor of precious, brave, former slaves, freed by the ink of a pen, validating my humanity inherently, originally granted to me by the divine. So let's go ahead and rewind the tape. Push back the drapes against the dirty window panes sullied by history's whitewashed versions of truth. Let wind-blown dusty pages flip past last chapters, past your mamas and papas, past Obama's twice victories, past the seas of accomplishments in the civil rights era, past the terror risings of lynchings and Jim Crow, and definitely past the original sin of slavery. See, I'm stuck like a scratched hit record with needle in a rut on a turntable of time, each year deepening the divide by neglecting to truly address and atone for this sin. Like the slaves still in the sweltering hot Texan fields after unions win, stuck in a reality based on false premises. See, Juneteenth is justice denied, foreclosed promises, bills overdue, verdict already rendered while sentencing perpetually delayed. But hey, what's new? Come on, America! But you say, I wasn't back there then. So what does that have to do with me now? I wouldn't have done those horrific things. I wouldn't have stood in the way. Really? See, you can measure what you would have done back then by what you do now, so stop saying you would have stood up for civil rights then when you can't even stand up for the oppressed right now. Stop saying that you're appalled that people once raised their whips to lash their fellow human beings when you can idly watch while seeing overzealous police raise their arms, guns in hands, unjustly killing your fellow unarmed American brothers and sisters. Stop saying you're not a racist when you don't give up of the slam, of the struggle of that man, that woman, the other races opposite to your own, still enduring today. Your silence is deafening, for we can all hear the yells of your whispering. Oh, that's too bad, you say, within the safety of your own four-walled-in, hardened heart. See, when this part doesn't burn with righteous indignation at the injustice the less fortunate suffer from those in authority today. No, you would have been right there with them, 'cause this only happened when people who claimed to be good stood by and did nothing. our job as human beings is to unwrap, unleash, unveil, untether, until we reveal the kings and queens beneath the layers of tattered clothing, sewn with the thread of indifference into the fabric of pride, then casually and callously offered an array of colors to those in need, all on the same ride of life, desperately crying aloud, oh, when will I finally be free? Come on, let's all do our part and be the deliverers of that divine message you already are. And don't stop there. Go further and say, I am here to help you live it.
Okay, alright.